What's up, everybody? I am down here at the river. See, the foliage is starting to change. Got some yellow leaves, got a bunch of red ones up at the house. Just wanted to make a short little video of a cool little recipe that I came up with. We made something similar to this one night on a stove, and I bought some stuff from Walmart. Thought it'd be a good little small bag camp cooking idea. Something small that you can carry with you pretty much anywhere. Probably something that I would take kayaking. Really, my whole bag is kind of full with the supplies that I need right now, so kind of a lot if you're doing a day trip to bring all this stuff, but I thought it would be good. Anyway, there's all my stuff that I brought with me. Everything fits in my backpack. I brought a Eddie Bauer rain jacket. Not really for me. It is supposed to rain. We got Hurricane Ian coming. The remnants of it, I guess. It's cloudy, but it's not raining yet. But I wanted to bring this because I got my camera gear in there, and this bag is definitely not waterproof. So I'll throw that on top if it does start raining. Me Photo Globetrotter tripod. And there's my bag with all the stuff in it. I am an idiot because I have a GoPro. I could have made this video a lot easier, this part anyway, where I'm recording with my cell phone. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, by the way. Yeah, I could have put the GoPro on my head and made this a lot easier, and I'm gonna have to do everything with one hand, so bear with me. But here we go. So we are gonna be cooking. Well, let me start with my camera gear. Should be fairly easy. So I've got a Canon R6 mirrorless camera, and I'm using the Canon 28-70 lens. It's a 28-70 f2.0 lens. It is an amazing lens. Can do pretty much anything with this lens except for stuff that's really far away. I mean, even macro stuff, you can, at 70 millimeters, you can kind of get pretty zoomed in. It's definitely not as good as a true macro lens, but yeah, this lens can pretty much do it all. If I was stranded on an island somewhere and I could only have one lens, that would be the one. So that's what I'm gonna be filming with today, on a tripod for some of it probably. Get this back up. Come on, thing. That's where the GoPro would have came in handy. So here's what we're cooking. We got, gonna make some, ooh, this stuff is great. This Knorr brand. They come in these little pouches. They're only like $1 a piece or something like that. And they're great. They're quick, easy, lightweight. You can take them anywhere. So I'm doing urban butter rice with, maybe, I'll show you that stuff in a minute. Oh, I'm gonna say, did I forget to bring the damn meat? Wild caught pink salmon in a bag. No idea if it's good or not, but we're gonna try it out. Again, lightweight, small profile. It's already cooked. I hope it's already cooked. I believe it is. If not, I guess whatever. You can eat salmon raw anyway, I suppose. So yeah, I made something at home one night where it's pretty much this exact thing, and then actual salmon we had left over, and I mixed it in. It was pretty good. What I really wanted to use, what we made at home was Alfredo, but I didn't want to bring milk and butter, so because the Alfredo called for milk, and I figure, you know, if I'm trying to keep everything in one bag, I don't want milk spilling all over my camera and anything that really need to be refrigerated. So this doesn't need the milk. It does says butter is optional, but I'm gonna try without the butter and see how it is. So that's basically what we're making. And then I'm gonna be cooking it. The heat element is gonna be one of these little, I think it's like a mixed fuel container, Coleman, right from Walmart. And if I can do this in one hand, let's see, this little bag, Soto, got it off Amazon, I believe. Heard they were good. One of these little burners. So just these little prongs flip out, and you set your little cup or whatever, pan or whatever on top, hook it to that, and you're ready to go. And I'll show you guys how that works in a minute. So I'm gonna be cooking it in, again, one-handed magic here. Oh, let me set this down for a second. There we go. One of these little bad boys. So we're gonna cook everything in there. It's a little dirty. I tried to clean it as good as I could, but still got some remnants, but I believe it's no germs anyway. Be cooking it in there, and then I'm not gonna be eat all this by myself. So I just brought this so I could take it back home. My wife's funny about food. She probably won't eat it, but I'll eat it later if not. So yeah, that's everything we got. And I am probably gonna go ahead and switch to the mirrorless now. All right, I am on the mirrorless now, but I did forget to mention you do need water to cook this, which you should always have on you anyway. So I brought water, that should be enough. And then I brought just this little sheet of aluminum foil, and I'll fold that out, and that'll cover basically that lid so it can, you know, cook covered. All right, so the heat's on now. Got my stuff here. Looks like that might be a little too hot. We go ahead and add the water in now. Yeah, a little hot. Oh shit, 2 cups of water, so I don't know, I'm gonna eyeball it. This thing doesn't have measurements on the inside, but I'd say it's about 2 cups. Hopefully. If not, it'll either be watery or not watery enough, burnt. I think that's enough. I'm gonna add it just a hair more. Always let it cook a little longer, I suppose. Cool. All right, usually I let my water boil first and then put the stuff in, but it says, looks like according to the directions it says do it all at once. So we're gonna try that. I'm gonna add the salmon in last since it's already cooked. I don't think it's gonna need to be cooking in there the whole entire, I think it's like 7 minutes after it boils. So we'll just add that in there later. Get all them little seasonings in there. And I just realized the one thing I did not bring was utensils. So I don't know how I'm gonna eat this. Actually, I do. I'm gonna use a knife to stir it, and I'm gonna use a knife to eat it. So that's lesson learned. Don't come underprepared. You can cook all the food you want, but gotta have a way to eat it. This'll work, but it ain't gonna be pretty. Sometimes when you're camping, I found that you just have to make do with what you've got, and if you're able to improvise like our ancestors had to do, and we didn't have, you know, stuff like this available for a couple bucks at every store in 5 miles, yeah, you got to be able to come up with some stuff on your own sometimes and work with what you got. Which I think is part of the fun of it. It's nice to have, you know, a full bag full of tools and everything you need, but for one thing, it's cumbersome. It's heavy. The more stuff you bring, the more weighed down you're going to be. And also, it's kind of fun to use your brain and problem solve sometimes. I didn't bring utensils, but I did bring a lot more aluminum foil than I needed. So I'm going to rip that in half and save some for later. Yeah, I brought this whole entire sheet. Don't need all that. So it's boiling now. I'm going to turn the heat down just a hair and cover that bad boy on up. And we'll see if it boils over or not. Alright, so I believe we are done in 7 minutes. And that, hopefully you can see it, is what we're working with. Looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. No point in wasting extra fuel. Never know how much you're going to need. I don't know how long these things last either. Like, I have absolutely no idea. I guess I'll be able to gauge it soon. I have no idea how long these little cans can last for. Like, I don't know if that was pretty much the whole thing or if that was barely anything out of it, but I guess we'll find out. So, go ahead and add in my pink salmon now. Nice little salmon patty there. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of meat. It's alright. I could use it. I'm freaking sore as hell yesterday. My trainer, Jacob Winstead, shout out, had me doing some deficit deadlifts and mix this in, and some dumbbell RDLs and other fun things yesterday. So I'm pretty sored up today. So I'm just gonna mix this in. Kind of looks like the salmon came out in like one big kind of like patty almost. I'll try to mix it in as good as possible. Yeah, I think looks pretty good. Smells good. I didn't use any butter, like it said it was optional, but I'm probably scraping the shit out of my pan right now, so don't roast me too bad for that, you camping guys. But it's okay. This thing was like, I think it was like 10 or 15 bucks from Walmart, so I'll just get another one if it's fucked up. And remember to bring utensils next time. So, yeah, let me set that and get you a little top-down view in just a minute. Yeah, I would say we are good. Looks pretty delicious for something that, well, I don't know if it looks delicious, but it smells pretty delicious for something that came out of a pouch and, you know, pre-packaged salmon and dollar rice. So let me throw this thing on a tripod and we'll do our taste test. See how it is. Eating it off a knife like a pirate. Whoa. It's actually pretty good. It's very gamey tasting. There's a lot of salmon in here, but that's pretty good. I would definitely, scoot back a little bit. Definitely would cook this out camping. Not as good. I got some buddies that'll, you know, they'll bring like the whole cooking setup and all that. Not quite as good as something like that, but for something that you can throw in a small backpack, throw in a kayak, and head out there and cook it. I mean, it literally took me like 10 minutes to cook that. I spent longer trying to set up my camera gear up and film it and everything. Not good. That's good. Yeah, I would cook this for dinner at home. Very good. Yeah, it took me longer to set up for that whole thing than it did actually make it. It says 7 minutes. I'd say that little burner, it heats up pretty quick. I'd say it probably only took a few minutes to boil that water and everything. And as you can see, it cooked pretty perfectly. It's not, oh shit, I just dropped some more for the fish. Not too watered down, but I don't think it burned anything at the bottom of the pan either, besides what was already in there when we started, right? But yeah, very good overall. I like finding little things like this to where you can just throw in a backpack or stuff that's lightweight. So you could take, I mean, you could take a whole week's worth of this on a kayak, and it might take up 5 pounds, like total, like cups and everything. So yeah, nice lightweight backpacking deal. And you know, this little thing here, I'd say this right now, I know I just used some of it, but I believe it was full before that. I mean, this thing probably only weighs a pound, maybe 2 pounds. So that's not really gonna weigh you down any. And it's small, so if you are going on a kayak, or if you're going out of a truck or a camper or van, anything like that, it doesn't take up any space. So definitely recommend. And it was Knorr's urban butter rice, and then chicken of the sea pink salmon in a package. That's it. I think I almost just busted my tooth with a knife, but definitely utensils next time. And plates. Don't really need it right now, but I'd say this probably made enough to serve one of me. Probably, I'd say 2 people. 2 people, maybe 3 if you guys are eating real light. Like if you're doing the freaking Appalachian Trail or something like that, and you know, well, I don't know. I guess, would you consume more energy if you were doing something big like that? Or would you try to like ration it out? I guess it depends on how much you have left. But definitely this would feed 2 people for sure. If not more. And it's good. Yeah. Thumbs up. Highly recommend. Try it out yourself. All this stuff here, those little, I'm not sure exactly how much all this stuff costed. I think that little burner, the photography gear was pretty expensive, but you can do this with a cell phone. The little burner, I think that was like 50 or 60 bucks, but it should last for a long time. The little gas, natural gas canisters or whatever, or mixed fuel, what was it? Butane propane mix is what it is. The little canisters like I have today, I don't know, I think they're like $5 or something like that. This thing here, it came with two of them, one that's like half this size. I think those were like 10 or 15 bucks for both of them. Some aluminum foil, you know, you've got that at home anyway. Set of camping utensils, which obviously you don't need, but I don't know, maybe they're like 10 bucks for a whole set of, I think I got a whole set of, it was 4 plates and then 4 sets of utensils, so fork, spoon, knife for 4 people. I want to say it was like 10 or 15 bucks for that, maybe 20, I don't know. But I mean, all in, and a lot of stuff you can reuse, but just for the food, like just for the actual food that I'm consuming right now, less than $3. So you got a meal for 2 people for less than $3. So whether you're out here, you know, trying to do this kind of shit, or if you're just trying to like conserve some money and eat cheap at home, I mean, this is costing you a little bit more than making some ramen, and it tastes way, way better, and it's probably a lot better for you as well. So try it out. So yeah, I would say that was a pretty good meal overall. Definitely like the flavor of it. I'd say flavor in the grand scheme of like all food, probably not that great, but in the grand scheme of like camping food that it's cheap and you can literally just cook it in a couple minutes and eat it, and it doesn't take up any backpack space or anything. I'd say it was probably like a 4 or 4.5 out of 5. It was actually pretty good. If you don't like a strong fishy taste, then probably not for you, but like I feel like if you're buying salmon, you kind of know what you're getting into. Maybe you could do it with like albacore tuna or something like that instead. And I definitely think it would have tasted better with like an Alfredo type sauce, but again, I didn't want to bring milk and butter and all that kind of stuff down here, so it was literally just those 2 packets and water, and that's all that was in it. And I'd give it a 4. I'd give it a 4 out of 5 for flavor. Ease of cooking, I mean, I already told you guys, it took me, I'd say maximum 10 minutes. Like if I didn't have my camera gear, I'd say maximum 10 minutes to cook the whole thing. If you're in like bear country or something like that, they might be able to smell that salmon floating through the air, so it might attract them to you. I don't know if that'd be a good option for something like that, but there's no bears around here. I think the most dangerous thing around here, if I had to guess, in the woods, probably cults, probably cult followers out here in these woods. Gotta stay away from them. Don't want them to smell your salmon either. They might come looking for you. So, but yeah, I think it was a good meal. I'll definitely make it again. I'll probably make some like variations of that with different meats, like prepackaged meats and stuff like that. I want to start doing like these little cooking episodes and stuff like that from time to time, just to give you guys some ideas, and ideas too for not like, again, not even if you're into all this kind of stuff, you know, sitting in the mud and it's about to rain and there's a hurricane coming and all that kind of thing. But if you just want to make some like cheap good meals at home and save some dough, put in your piggy bank, then that's a good option for that too. So yeah, thank you guys for checking it out. I'm probably about to go, I don't know, I might try to take a little dip in these waters. I was gonna go kayaking today, but I had some business to take care of this morning, which was all good. So I might try to get in a little exercise today. I might go swimming in this cold ass water. So if you see it at the end of the video in like 5 seconds from now, I did it. If not, I was scared. I think you guys know what I'm getting at here, don't you? He wasn't scared.